Hi guys, welcome back. This is SimUK's second episode of TransOcean 2 The Rivals. And with it, we bring information about the update 1.6. It would appear that the TransOcean team actually listened to what their customers are saying about their game. So there's been some severe modifications which are all beneficial, I assure you. So let's quickly just go over the 1.6 update and you can see what has changed. Well, as you can see here, in a rather unexpected double entendre, there's an even bigger, stronger update available. It's 1.0.8. Now, I didn't know this was even released yet, so I am learning exactly the same time as you as to what happens. More improvements to the pause function have been implemented. That's great. Doesn't really elaborate very much. Automated ships now commence their journey correctly after loading a saved game. Okay, there's obviously a bug there. In the endless game mode, sometimes they get stuck. So it sounds like there are quite a few little bugs that we haven't actually experienced, but were certainly there. There's a couple of bugs I'm going to mention today, in fact. The reach of the upgrade contraband scanner has been fixed. Okay. So there's, lots of fixes. The current ship name was instead the model name. Yep, so just some minor bugs. Obviously, they've picked up on these after releasing the update 1.6. So that's good that they've done that. Can we see the 1.6 updates, please? Here we go. So this is what I was expecting to talk about, is update 1.0.6. Now the new features are the new pause function. That is key. Only available in single player, but that seems okay to me. So it's now possible to pause the game during single player mode if the player wishes to do so. What's also cool about this is that you have the option to turn it off. So when you've been playing for a while and you're finding it too easy, you turn it off and then it's, a new level of hard as we have already experienced. So I don't want to sit here looking at text for too long. Let's get into the game. So guys, one of the things I can confirm have not been resolved in the update is that this game still opens on my left screen. Now, I haven't experienced that with any other game, so I don't really know how to resolve it, and I don't exactly have the time to go and figure out how to undo that problem. So what we're going to do today is kind of continue where we left off on the campaign with Chapter 02.
Your new shipping line has taken its first steps, and the business is flourishing. Now you have to raise the insanely high bail for Hiram T. Witherspoon so he can escape the revenge of Lydia Blythe Smith. It sounds so simple.
Oh, good, he stopped. One of the things I wish that we could have is the ability to stop the narrator from reading what's right in front of us. It's a bit off-putting. I can't talk to you, obviously, whilst he's chatting away because we'll talk over each other. It'd be a nightmare. But I just don't want to listen to it, especially when you've come back to play this game a couple of times, which I have done. I've tried playing Chapter 2, I think 2, maybe even 3 times now, and I've failed every time. And every time I've played it has been prior to the pause option being there. So I'm hoping now, whilst I'm recording the video for you, I'm actually going to have a chance of completing this mission so that you can see what happens next. If not, I'll have to do it in the background. But we're going to have a proper good go today. So down here at the bottom, you can see pause in single player. And you get the option yes or no. This is new. This is part of the 1.0.6 update. And I am so glad the developers looked and listened and responded very quickly, I might add, to concerns that gamers had with the release. Fantastic, really good, excellent, well done, touche, hat goes off to you. So this chapter 2, refers to, if you've played TransOcean 1, you'll remember we've got a chap called Hiram, who's kind of our associate helper type chap. And we also have Lydia, what's her name? Lydia Blythe Smith. She's some sort of evil witch that invested us in TransOcean 1 and then turned really nasty, and we don't like her. And what's effectively happened, I mean, they're trying to drag a story into this. I'm not sure it really works, but that's what they're trying to do. And Lydia Blythe Smith has put Hiram in jail, and it's his sister who's now advising us and trying to get us back into the entire shipping company type scenario. So our role this time is to raise 25 million. Now, again, you only have to complete one of these to pass with the bronze medal, which is all I'm really aiming for, to be honest. 25 million is the target for all three, and you need to have more tankers than the opponents, or more container ships, or more bulk ships, so whatever you like. Now, you start off, I think it's either a tanker or a container ship, I forget now, it might be a container ship. You start off with one of those. You can only usually afford to buy another one of those, but then that does put you 2 ships, which is either the same or one more than your opponent. So reaching 25 million has been a bit of a task, but each time I've done it, I've been trying to talk to you and explain what's going on in the game, and the time has still been ticking down. So I won't put those videos live because they were hectic. Proper hectic, just like the first one, except worse. But now we have this pause option. I'm hoping that I can pause the game for a moment, describe something to you, make some more educated decisions, and thereby make more profit. So without further ado, let's crack on. Oh, actually, 2 things I wanted to mention before I do crack on. Normally I don't let the narrators speak because they're a pain in the backside, to be perfectly honest. But there are 2 interesting little bugs in their speeches. The 2 things I want you to look out for is when Hiram's sister refers to South America, she doesn't actually finish her sentence. That's a slight bug. And what's funny, makes me chuckle every time I listen to it, when Lydia Blythe Smith starts talking. She's obviously reading a script, this nice lady, whoever she is, and she was asked to say misled. Last year, you misled me. Okay? That's what she's meant to be saying. But just listen out to what she actually says, and then I'll skip them off and get rid of the tutorial and whatnot.
So we need to start venturing into new territory, boss. Your performance up to now has earned you a license to accept and carry out contracts in South America. That ought to help us raise the bail for Hiram even faster. More contracts means more money, doesn't it?
Now there's someone I also need to have a little word with.
Lydia Blythe Smith? What are you doing here?
Stopping you from ruining all my plans. Last year, you ruthlessly tricked and missiled me, and you and this Witherspoon character are going to have to pay the price. And now you want to simply worm yourself out of it?
Oh, sorry. That guy there is now kind of on our side.
How the whole thing works? The most important thing, though, is that you now get the bail
this is
together.
Annoying.
And if you
I
can
skipped
also
to go on, and yet
show
she's still
Lydia who
talking.
has the more powerful fleet in the process,
Yep,
even
yada,
better.
yada.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Stop talking when I ask you to. So as you can see, normally this is ticking down and we are losing time, and time is money. But now we have this fantastic pause button and nothing's happening. It's splendid. It takes all the pressure off. It really does. It feels more like TransOcean 1 now. It was just far too hectic. It wasn't fun because it was so high-paced and just mental, absolutely mental. So you should get to see, and this is the first time I've played with the new update, so I'm going to experience this for the first time with you today, and hopefully you'll see that things are a bit better. Now, one other thing I've noticed is that these ports now have numbers on them. 1, 2, 5s, some 4s. I've absolutely no idea what that means. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there last time I looked, so I assume that's part of the update. Now, what it refers to, I don't actually know, but I will look it up, and once I've figured that out, I will come back to you and let you know. So, what we need to focus on here is the fact that we now have a license in South America, and you can see we've unlocked an extra part of the map. We've got North America and South America now. Now, none of Europe and Asia or anything is available to us, just the Americas. But that's okay, because we are just starting out, I guess. Now, what's different here is that we have the option to buy ships. Now, you can only buy a ship from a port with a wharf. And this little icon here kind of looks like a cargo ship. That indicates that that port has a wharf. Okay? So if we click on that and go into the wharf, which you can see here is highlighted by this colourful, I'm not sure what this is. Is it frozen here? I think that's meant to be frozen ice. To give you the chilly effect. Okay, so we're going to the wharf. Now, this is new to TransOcean 2, and what we've got here on the left are 3 different ship types, which is the same. Bulk ships, container ships, tankers. And as you can see, as I hover over them, some information pops up on the bottom left down here. Now, I can't actually go down and point anything out, because the second I move off of the thing, it goes. It disappears. But you can expand all of these, and effectively these are ships that are available in the wharf at present. So if I click on one, you can see the extended information pops up on the right hand side. Now, the key things here are the condition of the ship, the cargo volume of the ship, and there's some information here about maximum fuel consumption, minimum range, and running costs, daily running costs. Basically, that's what you pay for the crew. So obviously this is cargo volume, and what's that, 240,000. Container ships are in the TEU standard, which are the cargo containers, I think they're called. And then obviously this is much smaller. So the recommendation before the start of the game is that you expand away from container ships and get into tankers or bulk ships, because it will bring in extra revenue. Now, I haven't done that in any of the 3 previous attempts I've had at this, so maybe that's what I ought to do. Other information on this page. So on the right hand side here, you can see the number of days remaining. Basically, that ship will be available at that price for that many days, and then it will be replaced by another ship of a similar type. Now, we've got 20 million available to us, and that might seem like a lot, but actually, if we do buy a ship, then we are significantly poorer instantly. There's a lot there that we can't actually afford, but there are a few, 1 or 2 in each type which we can buy. Now, previously in the games I've played, that hasn't been the case, but today it is, so that's all fantastic. So, based on the information, I'm going to try and buy a tanker, which is something I've never done before. Now, this is the only one I can afford. It's 55% condition. Oh, one of the things they've improved on the update was that the condition of your ship was dramatically reduced every single day. I mean, really quickly, your ship was ready to sink. It was a bit ridiculous. I believe they fixed that and slowed that process down, which can only be a good thing, and hopefully assist us in completing this level. I've got some notes here. I'm just quickly scanning them to make sure I don't forget to mention anything to you. Oh, which I have. Region points. If you see down here, we've got region points. Now, in the introduction, they do bring that up, but they say that they're looking into it and they can't really tell you what they are or use them at the moment. So, what's the point in that? So, tankers bring in fewer region points. Do you see that? I'm hovering over tankers, and in the bottom left, disadvantage is bring in fewer region points, which is why I'm picking a tanker, because if we can't use region points, then it's irrelevant if that's the disadvantage. and it brings in more bonuses. So, I mean, it just makes sense to go with that, really. And these little icons here, these are new. This is part of the update. Obviously, this is indicating that there are more bonuses, and this is indicating that there are more region points, RP. But we don't know what they are. Really, genuinely don't know what they are. So, that's pretty much that. So, I don't think there's anything else. That's it. Let's buy a ship. And instantly we get this warning. I've seen this a couple of times already. Your bank balance is markedly low. Basically, we're going to go into debt. And this is what keeps biting me in the backside. Is I get too low down in my finances, and then they give you 15 days in order to get yourself back into the black, and then basically you're kicked out. And it's caught me out a couple of times, so we're going to try and not let that happen this time. What we need to do now is name our ship. I'm going to name this ship Leaky Boatface. Seems like a good name. And we'll christen the ship, and we'll have all this little party going on. Whee! Thank you very much. Okay, so to get out of here and go back to the port, we click on this button, and if we hover over the ship now, we can see some of the most relevant information about the ship. Obviously, we can't move the mouse, because the second we do, we're not hovering and we can't see that information anymore. So we know what type of boat it is. We know how much we pay per day in docking fees. We know our tonnage, and we know our cargo capacity. Okay, so if we click on the ship, we can sell here. We can rename the ship, and we can refuel, and also we can repair, but we can't repair here. Now if we go back to the world view, I'll show you where we can repair, and it's anywhere with a wrench if you're American, anywhere with a spanner if you're English. So let's click on one of those, and we can see there's the contracts. Where's the ship? Oh, okay. You have to actually have the ship in the port. Slight oversight by me there. So let us begin by going to one of our ships. Let's go to Scarlet, who's up here apparently in Anchorage. Oh, apologies, just check the name of this place. Manzanillo is our closest repair port. So we really need to send Leaky Boatface there, so let's do that first. Let's get some contracts going to Manzanillo. Oh, was that some? Yes, we got some here. Now this is paused, so you can actually take a bit of time to look at the contracts and think about what you're doing and make educated, sensible decisions, which is how it would be in real life, really. So it brings an added sense of realism for me. So some of this stuff has changed. I haven't seen this crude oil before. That would be because we now have a tanker boat. We have a different type of boat, so we're getting different types of cargo. That's fantastic. Now, ordinarily, in the previous episode, I ordered by bonus and then picked based on that. But what we're going to do is take whatever cargo is going to Manzanillo now. Yeah, those three will do, I think. So we've got 26 days to get there, 25 and 27. So we can reduce our speed right down to almost nothing. Now, because we have a seriously short amount of time, I don't know if I can click on this yet. Yes, I can. We've got 152 days, which seems like a lot, but it actually isn't. If you think it's going to take 25 days to get from one port to another, we're only going to get maybe 5 deliveries. But I'm going to try it this time round for 2 reasons. Where's the contract list gone? Oh, it's unticked all of my options. That's a bit of a pain. Let's do that again. No, it wasn't those 2, was it? It was that one and that one and that one. Okay. So I'm going to do it because the ship isn't in the greatest condition and we want to keep it safe and get it to Manzanillo and fix it. So you can see it's at 55% condition. We don't want it to have a problem. Now if I hit cast off, I'm going to be interested to see whether the pause button stays on or goes off, because we have another ship that's in port, and what happens with the update is as soon as a ship goes into port it automatically pauses. So let's just see what happens when I click cast off. Oh, that's rather cool. It stays paused and we immediately go to our second ship. So that's fantastic. That means we can have both ships leaving at the same time, instead of only being able to release one and then having to wait, hold the other one up, which is a bit of a pain and causes complications when you're trying to earn money in a short space of time. So for this one we are going to go with bonuses. We don't have time to get there, and that's even at full speed, which is a bit of a shame. So Quebec, that's far too far. Los Angeles seems to be our best bet. Now that's a bit rubbish if you ask me. That's not going to be the most profitable run I've ever seen. But maybe we can load a lot up. Maybe we can grab all the Los Angeles and all the Metro Vancouvers available in this list. And it looks like we can. We're definitely not going to get there on time for that one, are we? What's the penalty for this? 47,000. I'm just wondering if it's worth... No, because we're going to drop off at Metro Vancouver anyway. Right, so what's our shortest deadline? It is 5 days. 5 days and 8 days. So as long as we get to... Oh no, excuse me. Got that all back to front. 11 days. We have 11 days to get to Los Angeles. Okay, that's fine. So we're not... What's going on now? We are paused. Now I'm all confused. Why have we got... Right. So in our list, we have nothing picked that we can't reach in time. We've got Metro Vancouver and Los Angeles, and all of them are reachable in time. So if I click on deadline, why do we now have items selected that we can't get to in time? What's going on there? Is it me? What is going on? Right, let's drop that one. What is going on? So that's telling me I can't get there in time. 7 days and we're going to get there in 8, which is correct. And everything here we can get to in time. We can get there in 8, 26, 32, 11. That's our closest one, is 11 days. 8, 16, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, plenty of time. But as soon as you swap this... Oh, it hasn't happened this time. And now it has happened. Why is that? That's incorrect. We're going to get there in 8 days. We don't have to be there for 16 days. That's a bug. There's a bug, guys. I hope they watch my video and see this bug. Right. We've highlighted there's a bug. Let's just sort by destination, take that off, put it back on, so now we don't have that alert. Right. That's stupid. Stupid bug. Please fix quickly. Load the contracts. Yes, please. See, I think that's part of the reason why we got so many things wrong before, because stuff was jumping around like that and sort of getting all muddled up. Let's cast off, shall we? I think we'll go full pelt for that one. Let's go to the world view. So here are our ships. That is the Scarlet, and this is Leaky Boat Face. And now we can speed up time, safe in the knowledge that as soon as they reach port, time will pause, which is exactly what's happened. So Scarlet has arrived in Metro Vancouver. Now I'm pretty sure this is how TransOcean 1 worked. As soon as you went into port, it paused. And it was such an important thing because, well, for a start, you have so many ships on the go, you can't really keep track of them all at the same time. Plus, they're not very distinguishable. I mean, I constantly think I'm looking at one of my ships and end up looking at one of my opponent's ships. So, I mean, this is a key feature. It should change the game. So here we are. We're at Metro Vancouver and we're heading on straight away from here to Los Angeles. So we don't have any good offers going to Los Angeles, but we do have one shipment going to Los Angeles to see if there's any more. No. So we'll just add that one extra. Perfect. And cast off. This is so much nicer. I can tell you already I'm enjoying the experience a considerable amount more. And we're actually making some profit. Look at that. We've got 1.6 million now. And we haven't gone into debt. And we haven't been kicked out of the game because we're rubbish. We've actually made sensible decisions and made some profit. Right. So let's go. Where have we got to go? Where is Scarlet? In here somewhere. So the ship is now empty. Oh no. No ship available. Okay. I obviously got that wrong. Which ship has landed where? Los Angeles. Of course. Los Angeles. There we are. Excellent. We might well complete this mission this time round. So the Quebec and the Georgia ports, I mean, they're all the way around here. If you look on the map, you can see the route that it wants to take. That's just too long. I mean, okay, they are quite profitable. That's 1.1 and 1.3. Can we get both of those? We can, and we do have enough time to get there. That's tempting, actually. Yeah, I think we might do that. I'm a bit more confident that we can do that now. I'm getting all sorts of red information over here, like we are over our tonnage. But I'm not sure if that is the case. Let's see if we can go there a bit slower. So we'll get there in 27 days. Just always go, oh look, see, it's done it again. We're going to get there in 22 days, so why are you alerting me that I've got to be there in 27? That's just silly. And again here, 23 days, and we'll get there in 22. Or maybe we'll just go full pelt. Maybe that's just alerting me to say, no, see, it doesn't do it this time. But if I go down and back up, okay, there are some bugs here. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to go all the way round to Quebec. Well, we're going to go to Georgia ports first and then on to Quebec. That's our contract. And that should bring us in a nice tidy profit. Cast off. What's going on here? What's going on here? Georgia ports? Yeah. You're telling me we don't have enough? Ah. Okay, I wasn't paying attention there. We didn't have. Now we do. Georgia ports. We cannot get there at that speed. We'll run out of fuel too quickly. So we're going to have to come down to 12 knots. No, we still can't do it. 10 knots. Oh, blast. So now we're going to be late for these guys. Oh dear. Well, we've taken the contracts. This is another thing that keeps catching me out. We're going to have to do it. We can't do that either? You just gave me the green light to do that. Georgia ports. At 10 knots. See, it's green, 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 green. To go to Georgia ports. No? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? It was too far. I shouldn't have taken these contracts on. So at 5 knots we can get there. That's preposterously stupid. And we're going to be so late with all of these. This is just monstrously daft. Well, I don't want to go to any of those ports then. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to go to... How do I get out of here? I want to go to the world map. Take me to the world map. That's not the world map. So Scarlet, I want you to go here at full speed. No, you can't do it. Can you do anything, you silly ship? We're in Los Angeles. You can't even go to the next port. Really? That's a failure on my part. Sorry guys, I may have just screwed up the entire mission here. So 2 other things I need to point out to you is down here we've got ship reports, which brings in a whole bunch of statistical information relating to your 2 ships here, which one is most profitable, how much money you've made since you've owned it, etc, etc, etc. I haven't found it that useful yet, but I'm sure it actually is at some point. In addition, you've got this shipping overline, which is overview, my apologies, which shows yourself and your opponents and where you are in current standings. So we can see here that okay, this is confusing me slightly. Oh, these are the types of ships. This has changed since I looked at it last. This is also part of the update modification. So this is type, whatever type ship that is, not entirely sure. This is the cargo container, the TEU ones, and it shows you how many of each type of ship you've got, 1 being the small ship, 5 being the biggest. And then these are the tankers, these are the ones that transport oil, and you can see that we've all got one of those. So yeah, there's nothing else really to mention about there. We're still paused. Have I neglected to do something? Is he in port? Is he in Metro Vancouver? Where is Leaky Boat Face? No, they're both... down here also you've got these spinny icons, and that indicates that both your ships are sailing. So let's go. Ka-ching! Leaky Boat Face arrived somewhere and made some money. 2.3 million. Nice. 2.1 after we pay for the little ship to go in. Now, one other thing you might see in this episode is the mini game where you steer the ship into shore yourself. Gosh, this video is getting long already. I do apologise. I might break it up into 2 just so you have the option to watch the second half later or something. I apologise, I'll speed things up a little bit as well. There's just so much information I need to get across to you. I do apologise for that. Ship is waiting for further orders to the port. Here we go. So Leaky Boat Face has nothing on board at present. What can we earn here? So, at full speed, we can get to New Orleans. No, we can't. Look. I can't show you, but if you look here, whilst you're hovered over it, you get some information pop up. So the fact that you've chosen it, the fact that you've said yes, I'll take that contract, does not mean that the information you need to see is going to stay valid, visible. You won't actually see that. So if you click it and don't instantly see that you can't take it, you're screwed basically. So we can't take it at that speed. Can we take it at this speed? We can. So, okay, let's do that then. That's New Orleans. Is there anything else going to New Orleans? No. But Havana is pretty close to New Orleans. So can we go Havana as well? I think we can. That's going to bring us in a nice bit of cash. Alrighty. Oh, honestly, no warnings or alerts popping up, so we should be fine. Okay. Now, we've got this grumpy chap, Scarlet, who's just so not happy. We need to fuel up, obviously. Now, it looks like, now that I've done that short trip and refueled, we can now go full pelt and get there on time. So we've just saved our bacon on this one. I'm just going to cast off and not do anything clever, because I'll be rather chuffed if they both come in, actually. Because that, if you watch our money in the top left, we're at 3.6 million now, and we could well jump up into the 10 million area pretty soon if everything goes to plan here. So Leaky Boat Face is in port. I actually meant to fix Leaky Boat Face whilst he was in port, so we might redirect him once again to a port where we can repair him, like this one or this one. Let's go to the port, please. Where is he? Havana? Where are you? Yes, he's in Havana. Can we get to Havana like this? Why, when I click here, can't I go to the port? That's just annoying. And equally annoying is when this is up, I can't click on the port. Come on, guys. You fixed one bug. Look at the ones I'm pointing out to you now. I want to go to the port. I have to close this down and then go. That's just annoying. That's too many extra clicks. Okay. So we are heading on to New Orleans. Is there anything here that needs to go to New Orleans? Yes, we got one. Let's load that. We've got just enough time to get there. Let's make sure we refuel. And let's go. Splendid. And there we go. How much did we make? 1.1 arriving at Georgia. Slightly less than that because we had to pay to dock. Okay, she's not happy. We've made just under €1 million and she's... that's rubbish. She's obviously got too much money. So let's go to the port because we're moving straight on, aren't we? Where are we going? Quebec. Now, there's got to be something going to Quebec. Yes, but we're not going to get there in a day. So there's nothing really. Okay, let's have a look at the bonuses and see what's worth looking at. No time, no time. Nuke. Not sure how you pronounce that. We are going... Where are we going? We're going to Quebec. And Nuke is just past Quebec. Yeah, why not? And New York is... New York is on the way, but they're not very good contracts. So we'll just go to Quebec and then follow on to Nuke. Just to boost our profits a bit. Oh no, we haven't done it again, have we? No, thank goodness, we're okay. So you get me to Quebec in 6 days and we're all good. Fantastic. This seems to be going rather well. Leaky boat face, 2.5 million. Look at this, our money is coming up now. If we look at the overview of our finances. Okay, what colour are we? Is that Blythe Smith? This is us down here. Oh, we're actually doing rubbish. Account balance. Oh, we are doing absolutely pants. I thought we were doing really well. So she's got 9.2 million and we've got 2.7. What? Is this another bug? 11.9, 9.2 and 2.73. How does that think we have an account balance of 2.73? We've got 6.5 million. Admittedly, we're last, but we're up here somewhere, or we should be. There's a lot of bugs in this game. Deary me. Okay, let's speed up. See what's going on. Oh! Blast, I left leaky boat face in the dock with nothing going on. Easily done. Not concentrating enough. Oh, goodness me. New Orleans, where is it? That's New York. New Orleans over here? Yeah. Now, sorry. We can go to Quebec. I think this is better. Manzanillo's. Again, I forget how you check. I think you have to have your boat here to see how cheap it is to repair your ship. But Manzanillo, I assure you, is the cheapest place. So we want to get both of our ships, by the looks of things, to Manzanillo, get them fixed up, and then really push hard and make some serious cash. So let's do that. Where's this guy? Quebec, which is here. Oh, he's got to go on to Nuke, doesn't he? So let's fuel up. Cool, that's going to be tight. Anything else going to Nuke? 6 days. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, load those contracts. And cast off. Now, here we are. Leaky boat face. We want to head back down here to, where was it I said? Oh goodness me, I've forgotten already. Well, towards Los Angeles, but we haven't got time to get there. We don't have a fast enough ship for that. We've got good fuel, but there's no way we can carry that weight fast enough. So where should we go? Where can we go that's sort of heading in the right direction? Havana? Is there anything else going to Havana?